Hey guys, this is Todd. I've been in Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City for more than a week, and I want to give you an update about how everything's been going. Well, I found out why my plane ticket was so cheap is because it's hot as hell out here. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's hot. It's like 100 degrees out here, which is about 38 degrees Celsius. And I sweat so much that I don't get sweat stains on my shirt. My whole shirt gets drenched in sweat. And that's only for about being out there for about an hour. Now, I lived in Arizona, and I had no problem in the past with 110 degree weather. But, you know, I had a cancer treatment, and that chemo really messed me up, and I can't take the heat any longer. So I would get out there for an hour, get sweat, come back home, barely make it home. And I just crash out for the next 24 hours because I can't do anything. I mean, I just lose so much water weight. So no more going outside until night. It's just too hot out there. Now, I'm in a good location. I'm central to all of the sites. You know, everything, Walking Street, the riverfront, the post office, the cathedral, everything, which is great. 30 to 40 minutes, I can walk anywhere, but not in this heat. This heat is just way too much. And then the problem is when you go to these the tourist areas, you have hustlers, and those hustlers, they got it down pat. I mean, you can't even sit down on a park bench for 5 minutes while someone trying to hustle you. And so I'm staying away from the tourist areas from now on. At least in the daytime, because I mean they just try to hustle you for anything and everything. So there was a famous market I was trying to get to a couple of days ago, and I went to the food market, and it's not the one I was looking for. I finally found the one I was looking for, and I can't pronounce the name of it. But basically, it was just a big ass flea market. That's all it is. It was a flea market, and we have bigger flea markets in Chicago, like there's one in the town called Also, which is right off the toll road. It's been there for decades, and it's like 4 times the size of this flea market. So that was very disappointing. They say the locals don't go there because the prices are so high that the locals can't afford it. I mean, it's a flea market, and if the locals can't afford it, that means it's not really a flea market. Okay, the tourists. All the tourists are pretty nice except for the Europeans. I'll get to those last. Now, the Filipinos, like all the YouTube videos said, they're always nice, they're always pleasant, they're always great to be around. Australians, they're pretty cool, I gotta admit that. And the Canadians are pretty cool too. But I was told the Australian women can be a handful with a fistful of nuts that they like to squeeze. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, sort of like American black women, but American black women, they like to squeeze just for the pleasure of it. Okay, then I met some Scottish women. I seen them walking, and Scottish women, they walk like they're about ready to kick somebody's ass. That's interesting. Met some Irish girls, and they were nice, pleasant. And as we were walking away, one girl told the other girl, "Nah, he's too old." Okay, that's pretty cool. I finally ran into some black people, some Africans, yesterday. Here for a whole week, didn't see any black people. I'm the only black person that was in Vietnam, at least in Ho Chi Minh City. So I met 2 guys, African. They're from Liberia. And they have a gold mine that they've been mining the gold by hand, and they're looking for people to sell the gold for them. And I said, I'll look into it, you know, because I still have some friends back at home, and if anyone is interested, I could, you know, give you their contact information. And they're pretty nice guys, but I really don't know too much about gold, but at this stage of the industry, if you can get in with the mine directly and get that raw gold, I think that would be a pretty good investment if you can do it right. So I may try it myself, but I have to talk to them a little bit more about what their the requirements are and what they're interested in. But it would be a very good investment. I mean, the United States gold market is very mature. And there's a lot of ways to get into it. And with this one, being at the front end of it, right at them, where they get out of the mines, is about the best. I say the best is the best level. So I'm gonna talk to them a little more, hopefully later on today or later on tomorrow, and talk to them more about, helping them with their gold and selling in the United States, if it's possible. Okay, back to the tourists. Europeans, for some reason, like I said in the past videos, they walk around like they're in a bad mood. And I'm thinking to myself, if you guys are like this on vacation where you're supposed to be smiling and having a good time, then what would it be like if you guys had guns? I mean, if they had guns and they're in a bad mood, put it this way. If they're in a bad mood on vacation, just think how bad of a mood they'll be in when they're back home, and then you give them guns at the same time. Bad combination. Okay, like I said before, if you ever come to Vietnam, do not use the taxis on the street. They will rip you off. Only use Grab, and Grabs are pretty cheap. Like I said, it's about $2 and go anywhere, and that includes the tip. I use also Grab food to order most of my food. That's about $4, and that includes the tip too. That's because, like I said, I cannot take this heat, and I cannot walk. Like I said, I'm out for about an hour, maybe 2 hours at the max, and then I'm done for another 24 hours. I can't do a damn thing. So I use Grab a lot, and that's still about $4 a meal. That includes the tip. Sometimes I will order something like a pizza the other day, which was $8. And the pizza here is pretty damn good. It reminds me of the way the pizza used to be in Chicago. People from other states moved to Chicago and messed up the whole pizza industry in Chicago. I mean, you guys started ordering Domino's and Pizza Hut and thinking that's good pizza. So now you want to get a really decent pizza in Chicago, you got to pay an arm and a leg, like $20 to $30 for a medium to a small pizza, a good pizza, not from Pizza Hut or Domino's. But here it's $8 and it's a really good pizza with really good dough and really good crust. Not like the stuff you get, like I said, from Domino's or Pizza Hut or Papa John's. So that's really nice and surprising. I'm gonna try some Mexican food, hopefully in a couple of days, if I can find it again on the Grab app. So Vietnam is not too bad, but I'm gonna spend 20 days here. I've been here for about almost 10 days, and if you come here, you only need about 3 to 4 days to see everything, because even though it's a big metropolitan area, there's not too much to see or really too much to do, except for, a little bit of sightseeing, which you can get done in a day. And like I said, the flea market or the big market, the big famous market. You do most of the stuff at night because it's too hot to go out in daytime. I learned that the hard way. You never go down in the daytime again. Lucky for me, my hotel offer laundry, cleaning service. I said, get my food from Grab, so I don't really have to go too far. I can just stay in my hotel most of the time. And that's about it. It's been interesting. Well, it hasn't really been that interesting because this is just another major city like every other city. Now, I know there's other YouTube videos that talk about how bad the traffic is. Yes, the traffic is kind of chaotic. However, it's just another major city. Like this one lady talked in her YouTube videos about crossing the street. It's just another major city. It's not that big of a deal to cross the street. And she talked about trying to cross the street and get some major highway or whatever. All she had to do was walk like 2 blocks down the street, and she could cross at the light. So I guess it depends on what you're used to. What else? Black people. Like I said, I finally met some Africans yesterday for the first time. No black people anywhere in Vietnam. In fact, I think some people were taking, some of the locals were taking pictures of me as I was walking by, but I'm not too sure. with this one guy, he was on his scooter driving by, and he was like, yeah, I'm black. And it's like, some of them never seen a black person before, probably except on TV or television. What else? And I think some of the white tourists probably never saw a black person before either, except for on television. And if you come from one of the Scandinavian countries like Sweden, Norway, Denmark, that's probably true. But everybody else has been cool. I mean, people from Pakistan have been cool. People from India have been cool. You know, in the Philippines, they're great. Well, I only met one family from South America. I think they're from South America, but I'm not too sure because I didn't talk to them. I met one couple from Spain, and they were great. Like the girls I met from Ireland, they were cool. But it's like the rest of the European countries. I don't know. They got to stick up their butt. So that's about the update, and that's about it. So today I'm just gonna stay in, wait till it gets dark outside, and then try to go out somewhere. Maybe to Walking Street, maybe to the lakefront. Then another, I guess, 10 days I fly up to Vietnamn, or not train. I spent 5 days up there, hanging out on the beach, staying in that water in the ocean, keeping myself cool. And that's gonna be it. Then I go to Hanoi, which is supposed to be a lot cooler. And then I go over to Thailand, to Phuket. But things may change depending on after I talk to these guys from Africa about maybe doing some business with them when it comes to the gold. But I just have to see. Other than that, that's been it. Okay, this is Todd, signing out, and that's it. Okay, adios.